Anyway, Dark Knight.
This is
Dark X.
2 parts garlic. 1 part pepper. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Yeah, being able to diagnose a recipe just by eating a thing would be amazing. Anyway.
I mean, some people have the ability to distinguish particular spices.
Okay, so we're gonna do a battle.
For instance, when we had that delectable potato onion curry the other day, I was trying to place what it was that I was tasting, and I realized that it was cardamom pod. Granted, I also bit into a cardamom pod, so I knew that there were cardamom pods. But if there weren't any pods in there, how would I have known it was cardamom? I have cardamom so very rarely, and it's really expensive to get.
It ain't cheap. So I'm gonna cheese for just a little bit. Let's see. Units. Get out of here, everyone. Okay, so who's not level 20 yet? Let's see. Lysithia is not level 20 yet. Okay. Who else is not? Mercedes, and then everybody lower on this list. Alright, well that makes it convenient. What am I currently? Dark Mage? Should be fine. Inventory. Get out of here, Sword of the Creator.
And also, I really enjoyed that Thai curry that I had at the restaurant recently. It wasn't even curry, it was... So, typically in the hierarchy of Thai food, I like curries, noodles,
stay focused,
and then followed by just the stir fry with rice dishes because they just don't have a lot of sauce the way that the curries do. But I really, really enjoyed this one. And it had mango, cashews, peppers, onions, basil. That restaurant, I have to say, has some of the best basil I've ever had. There have been a number of restaurants with really good basil.
Yeah, oh.
You probably didn't have one of my basil leaves, but it was sweet and delicious.
No, you gave me a little bit of it, I think.
But
Maybe
did you
not.
get a leaf?
You know, now that I think about it, I'm not sure.
I don't think you got a basil leaf.
Okay. So we're going to use this opportunity. What I want to do is max out every class for X on the lower level.
Perfect.
Oh, people are throwing cheese out there. Yeah, Wander loves his cheese.
I really do. Like, I'm going to make a Wait. When you have a second gem of skilling, because you could put it on your adjutant. No, I have a EXP orb. Let's see, which is sitting around somewhere. Here. Experience gem. Increases EXP gained, which I pretty much never want to do. That said, what do the rest of these do? So, increases healing, restores HP, hit rate of attacks, shield of silver. Okay. Some of these, like the silver shield, might not be a bad idea. Okay. Well, I guess I might as well start training bowing down everybody that can't hit X.
each battle.
Is this one of the green missions, or no?
No. No, I would have told you.
Paying off.
But since these guys are relatively underleveled... Oh, was that it? Did we max it already? Alright. Gloves are off, everyone dies.
Fought well.
Wait, what?
So I wanted to max
it's
the Dark
them.
Mage class.
You already maxed the class?
Yep. That skill orb that I've got is obscenely good.
I've got
I
They
would've
all
thought
died.
to master a class, you would have had to train half the game with it. But no.
I don't.
Also, we needed some money. Because I've been spending a lot of it. And I haven't been, making any. So we're gonna do that, 2 more times. And then we'll go from there. Let's see. So what are some dishes that we should make at some point? Because we really should sit down and actually, find some neat recipes.
I mean, they're just an infinite number.
Some are harder to make than others. Alright.
I've been very upset that I haven't been able to find sankaya as a dessert anywhere. So I just might have to make my own
figure out how to
sankaya.
make.
It's coconut custard.
Okay. So we've maxed out...
And yeah, we've never made the sweet rice, have we?
I don't think so.
I think you have to have it soaking in water overnight, and then when you cook it and everything, you have to mix it with the coconut milk and the sugar and other things.
What a strange feeling.
Oh. Inventory reclass X. We should probably finish off hero. Because he's about to level up.
It's a shame because so many of the dishes I'm thinking of are seafood dishes, and I know that you really dislike seafood.
I mean,
stay focused.
You're welcome to make seafood. I make plenty of dishes that you never eat. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you don't have to feel the need to specifically feed me.
Yeah. I understand.
Like, I know it'd be nice to actually have me, enjoy the meal that you made, but, like, I mean, I make, like, my chili, for example.
I still eat some of the chili. I actually rather liked that you put curry powder in the last chili.
Yeah, last chili turned out pretty dang good.
And it was a mixture of ground turkey and tempeh.
These guys can actually hurt me.
That is that.
It's unfortunate.
Such power dwells within.
That's some good EXP. And then everyone dies.
It seems I've exhausted this topic.
Do you know what's one thing I always wanted to try making?
I feel more powerful.
Blooming onion or a bunion onion.
Yeah, that sort of thing would be kind of fun.
Because I believe you have to prepare the flour batter mixture. And you have to cut the onion in a very particular fashion. And you can dip the onion in it.
I feel more powerful.
Then you fry it, but I think there are specific ways you can air fry them or dry fry them. I don't know.
Didn't give it your all.
From me. Are they just giving up fighting and they're just running? Or maybe there were more over there, I'm not sure.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Let's see.
I have made grilled cheese. Plenty of times.
It's not my brand.
What do you mean?
Cheese that bread.
Hmm?
It's fine. Okay, battle in the outskirts.
I just like adding a little bit of ham onto my grilled cheese.
It is pretty good.
So much.
I would like a ham sandwich. I'm actually...
Thank you.
Well,
What?
ham sandwich.
You want me to make a sandwich?
Please.
What have we been talking about this whole time?
Food! That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah,
We're not talking about egalitarianism, we're talking about food. I mean, like, I've been chowing down a little bit, but, like, I should probably... Sure.
So you want me to make you a sandwich?
Yes.
And what are you going to be doing in the interim?
Grinding on pointless things. I mean, it's not exactly pointless. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to max out every single class under the sun for X. Because by doing so, he gains more EXP per level. Which in turn lets me teach everybody else really fast.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I can make us a sandwich, but it might have to be
Stay
turkey.
focused.
Okay, sure.
Because I think the turkey half of the package is open.
I accidentally opened up the ham
You
half.
opened up the ham side.
I opened up the ham half. I am sorry. I didn't realize the other half was open because you were apparently meticulous in repacking it. I mean, you could make, like, something else. I just figured...
No, I know. It's just that I don't want it to involve too much cooking. And I have a plan for making it nice and warm. Because I have to have my sandwiches nice and warm.
So you're gonna make 2 sandwiches?
I could.
I'm actually pretty hungry.
Okay, fine. I'll go down. I will depart.
Thank. Let's see. We might as well wait until Petra has finished her leveling as well. Can I check Petra's class EXP? I can't. Alright. I guess it doesn't matter that much. I've heard from a lot of people that Petra's pretty good. I do actually feel bad for asking Shell to make me a sandwich, but like... it is the most convenient food that we currently have. Okay, there. She's mastered thievery. But no, like... This is not like a... Woman, go make me a sandwich, because that really is, like, super offensive. And that's a lot of money. And, like...
Hard work.
I will be making lunch tomorrow to compensate. Because I've been really wanting some more vegetarian chili. Let's see, I could hit him with the axe. Alternatively, do I not have a bow? Did I not use my bow here? Oh, there we go. Seeing as all these guys are ranged, I might as well hit them with ranged attacks too. But no, it felt like Shell was only going to make 1 sandwich, and I'm just like, I'm hungry enough for a whole sandwich. Having to share would be bad. Because I'm hungry.
Hard work created this.
I'm chuckling at a straw man, not accusing you. I know, it's just like, I'd absolutely hate to be accused of, like, misogyny just because I asked Shell to make me the stereotypical thing. Because, like, our relationship is definitely built on a little bit... I mean, obviously, like, there is some level of, like, stereotyping that goes into, like, us, kind of, sort of, but not really. Because, like, yeah, I work more job stuff. She does more, like, food stuff. I don't know. But, like, that's just how it boils down. If she was the head YouTuber, I'd be cooking everything. Doing all the laundry and cleaning. Or if she was, like, the super successful voice actress. This is probably going to flip around whenever YouTube dies, and I'm going to be like, alright, you're working now, I am now, home husband until I can find new employment. That's just going to be how it boils. So, let's have Petra follow us again. Oh, wait, no. Let's not have Petra follow us again. She's got to reclass. Let's see. Do we want to grab a net? We could. Battle Child is boring. Could grab Marianne. Why not give the EXP orb to the adjunct, the adjutant? Because I actually want the adjutant I want the adjutant to gain skill EXP. And so if they were one of the higher tier classes, sure. But no, let's grab Hanneman. And inventory reclass X. He did. Yeah, he did max this class. Okay. We're probably gonna level up again. So we're probably gonna want to switch back here. Assassin? Assassin.
A new path to tread.
Is Shamir any good? I think so, yeah. I think she's pretty good. I just haven't used Shamir ever. Because same thing with any of the adults or like pre-promoted dudes.
Stay focused.
Let's see. Training axe, training axe. Let's see.
You fought
YouTube,
well.
if the union lawsuit goes through, YouTube will probably start doing better. The main issue is Google not sharing proper information, allowing proper tagging system. Honestly,
I'm only getting better with age.
honestly, I think that whole thing is frivolous, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Also, YouTube showing the back end on its like SEO is actually super dangerous because it means
I could go another few rounds.
like I have a pretty general understanding of SEO, and I exploit it to the extent that I am capable of doing so. But if all of YouTube's like straight up core secrets about how search engine optimization works for like YouTube and stuff, you would see businesses and like people with a lot of money for extreme SEO engineering.
I still have much to learn.
You would see a lot of businesses exploiting that way harder, and so that would end up making YouTube a little bit more corporate and a lot less homegrown, if that makes sense. I'm not necessarily sure if that's true, but no, I don't think the YouTube union thing's gonna go anywhere, nor do I think it's a particularly good idea. How did I heal? Oh, what? I re-equipped the axe. I gotta stop that. Go back to hitting me. Because, yeah, I gotta level this class. I can only do it if they're punching me in the face. Could have timed this better and killed less people, but whatever. Anyway, no. As far as, like, things go with YouTube, I'm actually doing super fine. This is by far one of the better... Well, this is the best year I've ever had. And so, like, I know a lot of people like to be really doom and gloom about the platform. Thank you. Ooh, that's hot. You didn't make one for yourself?
It seems I've exhausted this topic.
Red.
Each battle
Let's see.
a
There we
chance
go.
to grow.
Probably a good time to use the bow.
You fought well.
Die, people. Did I level up? I think I leveled up. Yep, we leveled up. Sure. You can absolutely have a bite of it while I finish this up.
That is that.
Oh. Animan hasn't finished leveling as a class. There we go.
I will not.
Animan is now a mage. And I will hit this man with my axe. Was it good?
Each battle a chance to grow.
There is much.
I like it, though. It's good bread. But yeah, it is kind of strong.
It's walnut bread.
It's good walnut bread. Anyway. Let's see. Save game. So, I have... I'm trying to think. Can I check? No, I can't check roster here for whatever reason. Okay, well, you know what, Shell? I'm gonna hand you the controller. Why don't you go through the initial dialogue of an ocean view?
The ocean view. Oh! Western Church extremists have taken over lands sacred to Sikol, one of the four saints. Seth heads out to rid the area of them, and Flayn insists on going along.
Brother, please wait.
For the last time, Flayn, the answer is no.
You are departing for the Rhodos coast, are you not? I must come.
You will do no such thing. I am not going there to pay respects at the cemetery, but to do battle. With you there, I will be beside myself with worry. It will be easier for me to fight if I know you are safe.
But I must. Ah, Professor, you have come at just the right time.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
Go for it.
Really? The whole, you've just come at the right time? Okay.
I only wish to make a small request. My dear brother is about to set forth on a most dangerous mission.
A mission?
Indeed. The Western Church is attempting to seize sacred ground by force. With this action, they are no longer merely believers of a different creed. They are a dangerous threat that cannot be ignored. We cannot allow the holy artifacts enshrined there to fall into their hands.
I too wish to be of use to the Church. And I do admit I am terribly worried about my brother. No matter my protests, he will not allow me to come. Professor, this is where you can help. Will you accompany us both on this expedition?
Why me?
If you are there to protect me, my brother's fears will be allayed. Isn't that right, brother?
I suppose your aid would indeed be useful, yes.
I knew it! Please, Professor, will you join us?
Very well.
Wonderful. Let us depart at once.
Interesting. So it's the Western Church all over again. I do notice that the character portraits are more pastel than the in-game models. I've done some little
What the?
color correction. It's a beach. Oh, Seteth is
I
with
thought he was
us.
going to be a priest. What is this?
Well, he's a wyvern rider. I like saying wyvern more, but in this game they call them wyverns. Ooh. Cool relics.
The only problem with this is I wish we had recruited Seteth, because then we could actually gain benefit of using him here. He's pretty good too. Like,
Well, this is a
lot of
chance to prove
HP,
yourself to him.
great strength. A little on the slow side. Defense is pretty good.
I think he's one of the few characters I've seen rock a chin strap in a game effectively.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, he looks pretty good with that.
It's time to start anew.
Okay, so we got Flame. Half my units are no good. The other half we can use. So,
I think
let's
we've
see.
once or twice considered giving you one, so I won't have to deal with your mustache.
We
but-
could try.
I don't know. I don't really think it... His brother tried it, and he looked like Abraham Lincoln.
I think I work better with a goatee, maybe.
Yeah.
I had one when we started dating, I think.
No, by goatee, you mean just the chin.
Uh-huh.
Like, only on the chin.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you don't have the goatee as in the triangular shape.
Yeah, I don't have the Lenin goatee.
Mm-hmm. He would have... I suppose Wander had the... If you guys are familiar with the Hunchback of Notre Dame animated film, Captain Phoebus had just the chin.
Mm-hmm. I could potentially do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I believe when we first started dating, that was pretty much the only facial hair you ever had. When did you start growing beards? In full? Was it only after we were outside of college and engaged and everything?
I think...
He got laxer. Then again, I don't shave that much either.
I definitely started doing, I definitely started doing, like, facial hair stuff Let's put away Claude. Anybody above
for a
level
while-
25?
Wander wasn't capable of growing facial hair. Or at least not in any manner that would be deemed full, or it was patchy at best.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sparse. But it's interesting because in the last 5 years, you've gotten substantially hairier.
Yep.
And this includes some hair starting to sprout on his back and
My
all over
butt
his
is a veritable
chest.
forest.
What? What? Your back is not a forest.
That's not what I said.
Wait, what? there were a couple guys on his floor in college that would go around shirtless
Oh,
after
God.
showing and stuff.
We had one guy
and they looked
whose
like carpets.
facial hair connected to all the way down to his like hairy ass feet and everything else. Like there was no division. It just connected, and it was all about the same thickness too.
Aren't there those people that, I don't know if they have necessarily beard or trimming competitions, but they do the whole thing where they have a continuously etched line all the way from their face down their chest to their stomach and
Oh,
stuff.
you mean they
and-
like shave it?
Well, they shave it in such a way that they're like crafting designs and filigree work into it, and it's just bizarre.
Yeah,
but
that's
cool.
weird. Who could use
But that's
some
if they have the
trim?
really dark, really thick hair. Wander's hair is lighter. I would say that you have sort of like a dark, sandy, blonde, brown.
Let's see. Flawed items. He needs a new axe. I'm gonna go buy some axes at some point. I'll give him a training axe for the time being.
People are talking about Frollo's song. Oh yeah, I love
Heretics
the...
who defile our goddess. The sacred coast belongs to us, the Western Church. You are the heretics. Be gone from here at once. Silence, dog of the apostates. Prepare to receive our righteous blades. I will recapture the monument. Everyone else should focus on removing the surrounding enemies.
Wait, brother! I shall accompany you!
Stay focused.
Oh, they have little assigned groups too.
I'm on
What
it.
was that? B and C?
Let's get to it.
Oh, sand was a mistake.
Oh,
No,
horses
that's
don't do well?
support levels.
Oh, really? Why are support levels being shown?
Because
That's
you
not
actually get
you.
a tangible benefit. If you are near somebody that has a support level with you.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah.
Guide me well.
Okay, Sedith, you're going to go sit in the ocean. Like the bad boy you are.
I know it's a dark film, but I love the music
Here
in
we
Hunchback
go.
of Notre Dame. And especially the dichotomy between Quasimodo's
Leave it to
Heaven's
me.
Light song and then Frollo's Hellfire song. Because they're both singing about Esmeralda and how they make them feel. But Quasimodo is saying that he had always felt so alone and she looked upon him without fear. And surely it must be Heaven's light. And it's just so heartwarming. And then, you know, the camera pans across to Frollo's quarters and he's singing about how he's a righteous man and he's justly proud, but, you know, he's not like the, what was licentious crowd. I haven't heard or used the word licentious. What does it mean? I can only assume it means that they're just common rabble or something.
I think licentious means either. Well,
Another
I
win.
want to say it's like
I have improved.
You know, I don't know.
And he's praying to Maria, which is Mary, the whole time and such, and talking about how Esmeralda has instilled temptation in him, and oh no, it's not his fault that he wants to act on it. You know, surely he's caught under her spell. And you know, if she can't be mine, then you know, no one has her. The whole, she has to be mine and mine alone. She'll be mine or she will burn.
Leave.
And
Let
it's just,
Mother rest in peace.
Wait, Mother?
Did that suffice?
Yep, looks like that this thing
Monument.
here, those runes are for the mother.
Which is interesting because wasn't this supposed to be a cemetery burial ground associated with the saints themselves? I'll have to see.
Possibly? Well, he sucks. Alright, go sit in the corner, Sedith. Calling someone licentious is calling them a slut, but fancier. That's kind of what I figured.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Okay. Can she move? Perfect. That it? That's looks like it's it. Onwards, dude.
Yep.
Destroy them with that training axe of yours. Question. Please tell me I gave her a sword.
Yeah, but to go back to that,
That
just
does not do nearly as much damage as I was
completely
hoping.
different way of perceiving Esmeralda and approaching a possible relationship with her. You know, one, it's just she looked upon me without fear, and she's helped me see the light, and everything is wonderful, and blah blah blah. And then there's, you know, she must be mine. But-
Battles in the sand suck.
It's a beautiful juxtaposition.
They're all priests, too. I brought the wrong group for this. Let's see. Rescue. We should work. Who else is not? Sedith, sit in your corner. I don't think I can do anything here. It's a battle of people with extremely high resistance stats and is going nowhere fast. Because, yeah, apparently priests have stupid high resistance. It makes total sense,
As
but it
expected.
certainly sucks.
Mm-hmm.
My training axe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, people are saying that whoever said licentious must be a bad person. Well, the whole point of Judge Claude Frollo is that
Massive hypocrite.
I can still
Well, yes.
shine brighter.
that, but he also is, he believes himself, it's definitely the holier than thou, you know, I serve the church and I'm just and good and righteous, I'm above the rabble, and he's essentially lawful evil, if you were to go based off of alignments.
I always hated that.
Thank you.
Don't remember. This has happened with multiple of my relatives, but they have definitely gone like the full 100% holier than thou route.
Mm-hmm.
Like, straight
And
up.
I don't. It's also part of why I don't like seeing these squabbles between these different sects of the church.
I hope they go further into that.
Yeah, I want to understand how the church has splintered. But if you notice, they're flinging around, you know, you're the heretic. You're blaspheming and defiling these lands, and what was it? The one they were saying apostate dogs.
Yeah, because I was honestly expecting after that first, like, rebellion that they did, there'd be more of, like, a...
I mean, maybe this is going to open up some new doors, at least with the story. Now that there's this conflict, but this has nothing to do with the ball. No, I often find that many of those who are quick to cast judgment and have prejudices.
It is our duty to worship Saint Kehoe. We will not allow heretics to come near.
Keyhole, eh?
Keyhole, rather than sickle. Okay.
More like spearhole.
Oh my gosh.
You got wrecked.
I'm aiming high.
So,
But it was for the sake of the goddess.
but the whole judgment business, it's almost as though they believe that by it goes along with the whole by tearing down others you make yourself
Look
feel
better. Yeah.
right.
I'm like, I don't know. Ow. There's a couple of times where I've done that, but like, it usually almost never... Well, I don't know.
There are some circumstances
I certainly
where
do that with people that
you question people's decisions and...
I certainly do that sort of thing with people that you know,
That is that.
I don't like. Like the people that got me booted from... Wow. Thank you, Manuela. The people that got me booted from, like, my frat, for example. Every once in a while, I'll, like, be like, I wonder how this person's doing. Yep, they still look miserable. But that's kind of a rare case.
Well, that's the thing. In these circumstances, it's... Especially the one with Frollo and... the people that rely on this feeling of
But yeah, if that's the only
self-righteousness.
thing that keeps you going,
Well,
you gotta
the thing is,
rethink.
they often target people that have never harmed them or have no interest in interfering with them, but they see fit to reach out and interfere with those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it's justified to think ill of someone or
I'll celebrate
something
later.
if it is negatively impacting others, or if the person is vitriolic and...
I mean, I think it also
cruel.
varies a little bit, because, like, again,
Like, people have to have accountability.
yeah. I would just also say, like, you don't want to do, like, constantly be like, man, I hate this person, like,
But
ugh.
I think it's not that solely, though, with the whole judgment and pulling down others thing. It's also there's the added facet
Each battle,
of,
a chance to grow.
sure, there's the, I dislike this person for this reasons, but it's one thing to say that versus, oh, I don't like this person and I am better. That's another line that makes it worse, because then that person has an ulterior motive for saying something like that. It's because they do want to build themselves up over the other person.
Yeah. Let's see. This described our socio-political climate. Yeah, and I don't like that.
Well done.
I get really
I think
upset when...
they're often...
Well, scapegoatism is really
Scapegoatism.
easy,
there's
especially when, like, the other person is poorer or, you know, doesn't have as much of a voice in society or is already, like, an outsider. Because then you just end up demonizing these... I mean, almost always it's somebody that can't speak up for themselves comparatively, and it's just like, well, this...
But also, I think we're caught up in a culture where comparison
Well,
is
yeah,
rampant. You even have jealousy amongst... I mean, there's jealousy amongst people for a host of reasons. I'm finding it's been
fought
especially
well.
difficult in the creative community because people think it's a
Stay
personal
focused.
failing if they aren't performing as well as someone else in their industry or their field.
Yeah, I mean, I do that every once in a while,
And then- but
where I'm
then-
like,
Yeah.
here's another YouTuber that started after me, and they're way more popular than I am. But usually I have to remind myself, it's like, oh, well, they're doing something completely different.
But then you get the people that are. I think there's been more YouTube drama recently, but when people start creating these conflicting environments where they're trying to fling accusations at one another, it's seemingly in an effort to bring someone else's popularity down in favor of potentially
The goddess
raising
protects us.
themselves up.
We will never yield to the likes of you.
Oh, he survived. I'm impressed. I was not expecting him to survive. Well, that's fine.
Thanks.
I'll have to be clever.
But, poor Sop. Oh, I gotta remember to equip my battalions.
Predictable.
And I'm just wondering why this church in the game has splintered. Is it because undoubtedly the Western church is going to say,
This
Oh,
isn't
no.
what I wanted.
are you going to turn back time or just let things continue?
I can turn back time.
Leave it to
Yes,
me.
I'm wondering if in this world the Western church
That's
are
my
they?
cue.
They don't seem to be affiliated with the villains, I believe. They're something else entirely. Do they realize potentially the truth behind the Central Church's deception about hiding the true nature of the relics and
Another
maybe
one
even of
down.
the saints and
I
the
think
identities?
that's why I wish we had spent
Stay
more
focused.
time with them, sort of. Because there aren't answers for that yet. And that actually annoys me just a little.
That is that.
Here we go.
Because you
Let's
could
get to
definitely have more like side missions. Instead of the just like totally random, like go kill bandit missions, like it'd be nice if there were more. Ow, oh, I forgot I pulled that muscle in my leg.
All right.
Can I get a do-over?
Wow, that was pretty bad.
Even she was asking
Goddess.
for a do-over, yeah.
Have you abandoned us?
Let's see. Anyway,
Ready when you are.
but yeah, instead of the just random go kill bandit side missions, it would have actually been more satisfying to some degree if there had been more missions to the extent of like, you know, the Western Church is doing
Get us
this.
away.
You know, go stop them, and it's still presented in the same manner as like any of the old side missions, but there's like,
But there be more dialogue. The Western Church can explain their reasonings.
yeah, or
and-
like you'd be finding
Feel
things
my
out.
strength building.
Like, I find I have this problem with a number of games where, like, yeah, maybe they might actually reveal more of this as we go along, but it would be very satisfying if we could, if there were, like, a whole bunch of paralogs, effectively, that each one has, like, a different, story element to it. And they're like paralog chains. So, for example, we finish this one, and it unlocks another paralog where we're hunting down the remainder of this group, and we have to figure out why they were doing this or blah blah blah. And there might be like 5 to 10 of these, just kind of side missions, with like a beginning, middle, and an end, as like a short story within this universe using some of the characters. Because that would have actually been really satisfying. Instead of, you know, one mission that is just kind of like a vignette. Like the one girl that you had to go find her inheritance. Or not her inheritance, the suitor. And then you had to go investigate him.
Oh, that was just a mess because we didn't even have the bit where we're following his trail and finding out about his misdeeds.
Like, it would have made sense to almost have that just be like a 2-part or a 3-part mission.
Why were we fighting him in a volcano?
Also that.
I had to come up with the convoluted diamond mine operation as a justification for how that encounter was even feasible.
Okay. I came in like a wreck.
Prepare to taste the power of the true servants of the goddess.
See, the true
That is a lie. She lives in my head.
This is it.
Could you imagine that?
I think I just got one shot.
Oh.
Forgive me, everyone. My battle ends here.
Wow. And that
You
is why I
underestimate
don't
him.
play on classic mode.
Stay focused.
So do you have to destroy that final follower to...
Heretics, prepare.
Gonna just use Wrath Strike. Problem solved. Get out of
Oh,
here.
wow. And you're still not... You haven't been using Legendary Sword either.
No.
I can improve too, you know.
Another advanced seal.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of people being like, why are you playing on casual mode? And I'm like, just because classic mode, like, there's enough RNG in Fire Emblem that you could just, like, straight up lose a dude. Like, I'd rather play casual hard than classic
Let us
anything. Because, I mean, that would have been a game over and I would have had to start the mission over.
Thanks.
But obviously we also have Divine Pulse, which, like, you have to mess up real bad constantly. So Wander does have 11 sword. Yep.
Should I have held back?
I do have a couple of things like that.
That is the last of them. Flame, will you place some flowers at the monument?
Of course, brother. That is what I came here to do.
I earned a battalion. Right, we should probably actually equip those. We should do that, like, right now. Yeah, kind of like what they did with the Awakening DLC. They had a multi-part story for a few of them. It'd be nice. Anyway, saving.
Your assistance is most appreciated. I can only hope that the Western Church will now see reason and abandon this place. But just to be safe, I have retrieved the holy artifacts. We cannot risk them falling into their hands. I will entrust them to you. I must confess, despite the situation, it was a pleasure to return here. This coast has a certain sentimental significance to my sister and me.
Wander, why are you crunching so much?
I'm so hungry. I'm sorry.
I gave you a whole sandwich. And it was nice and warm and had melted cheese and turkey and ham. And delectable walnut bread. That was not enough to satiate your rumbly tummy?
My tumbly has been unstoppable today. Anyway, sentimental significance?
Yes. This stone monument is not merely here to commemorate Saint Keyhole. It is also the
Keyhole.
grave of my wife.
Ah!
You
Wait.
are safe now, Mother. Finally, you may find peace.
So she's a daughter.
Yeah, maybe.
Rather than a sister?
Your mother is also buried here?
I suppose you have earned the right to know. But this must remain between us.
Wait, he's a dragon. She's a half-dragon. Saint Keyhole was human.
But Saint Keyhole was also a guy.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
But Sethleann was Keyhole's daughter?
Oh. Yeah.
And that's her staff? But essentially, what this is saying is if she's saying mother is buried here and is going, that's my wife, it can only mean that Flayn is actually Seteth's daughter, right?
Well, let's just let it go.
Flayn is actually my daughter. My late wife and her mother are the same person.
I suspected as much.
I suspected other things, but they were wilder. But this was a theory.
And here I thought we had hidden it skillfully. There are many who would seek to harm Flayn due to the unique blood she bears. Falsifying her identity is necessary to conceal her from such individuals. Mercifully, I happen to look quite young for my age. We make rather convincing siblings, do we not?
That's true enough.
Mother
look young
loved
for
the
my
coast
age.
so much. She and I came here together often. Fishing was her favorite pastime. I used to sit and watch while she cast her line.
I remember it fondly. You did so love to eat the fish she caught as well.
Fish is my favorite food, it is true. Due in no small part to Mother.
I still come here to fish from time to time, using the skills my wife taught me. It reminds me how deeply I appreciate those years, and how I wish I could return to them.
We cannot turn back the clock, Father. We must live our lives fully, in the present moment.
You're right. That is what she always said, isn't it? Dwell too much on the past, and you may be unable to move forward. Come then. Let us return home.
Goodbye, Mother. I love you. I shall bring flowers again for you next time.
Oh no, it was Caduceus. Maybe that was the father of
Ooh.
Sethleann.
Magic attack range +1. Restores HP every turn. I mean, that's kind of okay. I just don't like anything with durability. Discard the Catechist Staff. Haha!
Wait, you didn't discard it, did you?
No.
Oh. Thank goodness.
Okay, so we have True Chivalry with Felix. We have Falling Short of Heaven with Ash and Catherine. The Forgotten with Sylvain. Ooh, let's go Merchant Boys.
Well, can I look at them? Can I look over the lines to see? Okay, go up. Yeah, that's about the merchants. Go up again. So that's just about the bandits that were with his brother. Oh. So this is another thing with the Western Church.
Actually, let's do the Forgotten.
Really?
It apparently has a ton of loot.
Okay.
Let's
How
see.
many of these can we do before we have
This
to...
is the last one we can do.
Okay.
So unless we wanted to put, maybe I want to put it off for a bit. Okay. So did you want to do Falling Short of Heaven?
Well, that's because the Western Church was being aided by Lenato, right?
Yeah.
And so Ash wants to probably discover what their motivations are.
Okay. Let's go with it.
And